Like you're on recall, like your voice is cutting in and out quite a bit.
Maybe I have it too high. Cause I actually have it too high. Oh, there we go. Maybe I'll just have to talk louder. Okay, and hello, and welcome to Factions. This is Umidaiko, along with Bible First Big Mike, and we are streaming the very first game of, what was it, Ionia versus Bandle City. Whoops. Maybe I should get rid of that. This is just a... What's the detail behind this game? Is it just for the hell of it?
For the most part, the explanation was like, you got the Kinkou ninjas for Ionia, and then Bandle City has like, the Omega Squad with Timo. So like, the idea was, you got the Special Forces factions facing off.
Let's see who has the better covered ops.
Yep.
It's gonna be funny as hell if no one picks any of them.
It is very possible that no ninjas. And I think Timo is technically the only covert op on Bandle City, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, very possible that we don't actually see the special forces coming out from either side.
I mean, unless you... No, never mind. I was gonna say unless you count Tristana, but I don't think... Nah. I hope we see a Braum. I mean, he's brand new to the roster, and... for our reasons were that Braum likes fluffy poros, so he'll like fluffy Yordles.
Yeah.
So I really hope we see him come out.
He does have a bit of a connection with Bandle City. We see other champions with similar connections from Inarc that remain on rosters, such as Deanna on Buildwater and TF on Ron.
And Nautilus on Pilty.
Yeah, Nautilus on Piltover.
Looks like we got the Jax pickup. Jax just recently became a secondary for Ionia because, well, he's only from Ionia. He didn't really, do much. Yeah. So he is now primary for Bandle and secondary for Ionia, but still okay for him to pick.
Yeah. Yeah. For a while, his origins were known, but if you look at League of Legends.com and you look at the Jax, his champion page on there, it says Ionia. There's zero mention of Ionia in his lore, and no Ionians have friends or rivals or nothing. Yes, but because he is supposed to be from Ionia, he's on their secondary list. But he fits Buildwater a bit better. Both from a history standpoint and from the whole mercenary theme of Buildwater, and so he's primary for them. But Buildwater's not involved, so Ionia gets him. They get a really, really strong top laner who can.
Oh, they got a strong team in general.
Yeah, Ionia's known for when they get their full roster, just having so many strong champions to play around with.
I mean, with the addition of Zed and Syndra and Yasuo, Ionia's just strong.
Yeah, Yasuo I think has been on there for a while now. Zed and Syndra are...
I don't think he was on there last intermission, because people were complaining about it being overloaded.
No, I think he was, because when we were going over the new intermission rosters, I was looking at the old stuff and he was on there.
Was he? Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, so unless you consider Jax or Yasuo to be a ninja, or Lee Sin,
they're not.
I mean, they're not part of the Kinkou, so I guess there's no Kinkou, therefore no special ops,
and neither does fucking Bandle. So
yeah, he was helping over Timo. I have my hopes up.
Come on, guys.
Because I mean, if they pick Timo, they automatically win the special forces thing because Ionia didn't use their special forces.
Come on, guys. If we're specifically making factions fight each other based on lore that we made up, for example, for this one, we're gonna have special ops go against each other. Then pick them. Come on, guys. All right, we're gonna see the Lulu locked in.
I'm just saying it's interesting. Vigar has for a long time been like, a secondary pick or a tertiary pick for Bandle City and Arcs, and Intermission has just always been on Bandle City's roster for Intermission, but he just never gets played for the most part, which probably makes Cupcake a little sad because of how much he likes Vigar, but we do see him picked up. Oh! Who left? Oh!
Pork!
Oh, what happened to Pork Chop?
It looks like issues with the chat. Or with the in-game.
Oh.
People were saying that the chat was broke and stuff. Oh, and there's also the issue of AFK.
Alright, so both sides had some issues. There was some AFK on Ionia. Bandle City seemed to have some chat stuff. So both sides were having issues. So let's start this. Hopefully we can just get through the picks quicker. I mean, after going through it, hopefully everyone knows what they want to go and they can just rush through it.
Okay, I will repeat this again. I would like to see a Braum, but I highly doubt they're watching the stream, so come on guys. Braum. I'm surprised they're picking Fizz as the jungler. I don't know. I mean, you would think.
Yeah.
You would think that, well, we're not against Shurima. We should pick a Mumu.
Alright, so there is a question. Bouncy is wondering if they can get a ban because
a ban?
Technically, the AFK wasn't. Okay, so yeah, I'll give Bandle City a ban.
I mean.
Because apparently they were having some chat issues, but they didn't want to restart. They were just gonna go with it and hope. But
there was someone on Ionia that was AFK.
The reason why, yeah, then Ionia, they wanted to swap champions, but one of the guys involved in the swap was AFK, which is not considered a reason to remake or restart. It's supposed to be like computer issues. So yeah.
That's on you then. You can choose whether they do it or not.
Like there was, I think, a game a week ago where I think it was Noxus, maybe. Like at Noxus, they had like their 5 champions locked in, and it was like 5 seconds left in champ select. Everything was locked in, and then they just decided that they didn't like their picks and wanted to redo it, and so someone quit.
I mean,
which
if I were,
that's not allowed.
I don't know. I mean, if I were them,
like the whole.
Oh my god. Here we go, round 3. I'm gonna just put this out there. I think they should
Alright.
ban bars, but that's just me.
Take out the ADC.
Yeah, the only ADC.
That's like the thing about Ionia. They have a huge ass roster, but one ADC, despite that huge roster.
I'm also surprised they're not picking Sona. I don't know. You would think Pork would get Sona, but whatever. They can play what they want. Oh, there is a Sona, see? There, let's ban Soraka. Are we gonna see the Shen? I mean, you already know who the top laner is, and I don't know.
Yeah. They will be, Ionia will be lacking in magic damage. The only person that will really have magic damage will be Sona. Shen will do a little bit.
See, I still find it weird. You know, Ionia has this all-in potential, Yasuo, Lee Sin, Jax, and they still went ahead with the Fizz. I would have probably gone with the Mumu instead. You know, oh, they go all in, let's lock them down. And then, you know, follow up with a Viger, Cage, and Rumble all, you know. But, I don't know. I mean, whatever. I mean, if they can pull off Fizz Jungle, then they can do it.
Yeah, you know, Bandle City's, I've continuously said that Bandle City's best comp would just be, you know, the Wombo combo comp. Get, you know, all these big teamfight ults on top of each other.
But then again, who am I to talk? I mean, if I was playing, then I wouldn't fucking play a Mumu.
If you play Poppy, completely destroying the Wombo combo idea. But, Rage Cage, not quite the same as the other combos, but it can still work with them.
I mean, well, if you think about it, the Mumu ult actually lets the Viger set up the stun. So, you know, they get out of that the Mumu snare right into the right into the Viger stun. You know, since that there is a delay on that you know, that stun. I think it's like 0.75 or whatever. So that it does give them, you know, setup power. So I was just wondering why, you know, if they're gonna go Vigar, then why not go with a Mumu also? I mean, who else do they have for mid? They have a bunch of people.
They've got Ziggs they could send in, which
Ziggs,
very strong team fight.
Kennen,
Heimer. Yeah, Kennen and Ziggs would both be great for the team fight combos they can pull. No Braum. Braum synergizes very well with the Rumble they have in top lane. If they were to get him, they can put those two ops right on top of each other. But Lulu does fit better with the other, like, you know, she has, you know, more area, whereas Braum's in a straight line for ultimate, the knockup. I mean, not quite the Wombo combo I would like to see, but not a bad setup either.
I don't think no one's ever gonna do the full Wombo combo.
Perfect setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's ever gonna do the perfect setup I want to see. Just like Piltover never did the perfect poke comp I wanted to see.
We don't talk about Piltover. Piltover is a bunch of I wonder if they have too much magic damage. I mean, I guess it depends on what Fizz is going. Because he can do both AP and AD jungle. AD jungle is probably better for the jungle. He can go like Devourer into like Trinity Force or whatever, or Bork or whatever, and still do fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's going AP, then it's gonna be less of. I don't know. They need to protect Triss somehow.
Yeah, I feel like definitely AD would be just better for surviving the jungle, and it would also be stronger in the sense of like trying to balance their damage out because they got Rumble, Veigar, and even Lulu is going to be doing magic damage. They got 3 people with magic damage for sure, and only 1 physical damage. And so yeah, like you're saying, if you have only Tristana having physical damage, you have to make sure she does well and never dies. But if you get Fizz doing physical, that means they're gonna have to respect that there's physical damage, have to get armor.
I mean, they don't really exactly have the protect the Triss comp either. They got Lulu and they got Veigar stun. That's it. So it's Tristana's really gonna have to play safe. Like really have to play safe. Okay, and we are now into loading screen. So many fucking skins. 4 to 4.
I can't see the skins yet.
Alright, so for Ionia we got Dragon Fist Lee Sin, Heartseeker Vars, DJ Sona, and SKT T1 Jax. While on Bandle City we got Super Galaxy Rumble, Riot Girl Tristana, Veigar Greybeard, and Dragon Tamer Lulu. With Fizz and Yasuo both not having a skin. Oh yeah, Light. Light has a skin for Yasuo, but he doesn't like him. I don't know. Something about the
he just likes the base skin.
I think it's something about the dance animation. It's terrible on the other skins or something like that, so I don't know.
Is it the high noon Yasuo?
Yeah, I think that's the terrible one where he's playing, I don't know, some weird looking flute or something. I don't know. All I remember is that he just doesn't like those dance animations, so.
Your voice just cut out.
Oh, sorry. So with that, it's 4 to 4, but we have to choose a winner. I mean,
I want to say you cut out again.
Oh,
you there?
No, I stopped. I don't know. It's gonna be difficult because the Rumble skin's really good. Lulu skin's good. The DJ Sona is good. Varus is okay. I mean, it's not his best skin. Jax, it's not his best skin, or Lee's. I feel like I'm leaning towards Ionia, just because Riot Girl Tristana is like the free skin that you can get. So it's like the traditional skins. It's like yeah, you do have it, but it's like So I don't know. I'll let you decide.
I want to lean with Ionia, but for slightly different reasons. The Lee Sin skin, it may not be his best skin, but I am tired of seeing nothing but Pool Party Lee Sin. It feels like I see Pool Party more than his base skin and his other skins combined.
Yeah.
I always see Pool Party more than anything, and so I'm just like glad to not have to see that again. Obviously, Super Galaxy Rumble is awesome. Dragger Trainer Lulu is awesome. Varus, I mean, not my taste, but I do think it's a pretty good skin.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, I think that it's not my favorite. Arclight Varus is definitely a lot more of a favorite than Heartseeker.
I like the Arctic Ops one on Varus.
Hey, should have played that one for bonus points.
You'd like some real amusement?
Heavy's asking me about the ding ding. What is the ding ding?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. Oh, okay.
What do you mean by ding ding, Heavy?
Nah, He's a little weirdo. Talking about some MMA shit.
Oh.
Got a ding ding in that box.
I always see pool party Lee Sin. I never see anything else. I see it more often than his base skin and the other skin.
Yeah, I never see that the Muay Thai or the boxer one anymore.
Yeah, I see it on occasion, but pretty rarely.
And just like that, Viger's already below quarter health, or below 3/4 health.
He is burning health pots. Yasuo took similar damage, but he does have that shield, so that cut a little bit out.
Yeah, he mitigated quite a bit.
That's one of the things that a lot of people hate about Yasuo is you can't trade with him because his shield just absorbs way too much. If you try to trade, you have to kind of just go all in, and if you don't have the better all in champion compared to him, you can't really do much in lane.
Yasuo slipping and sliding to the Viger, but missing the first Q. He goes back in and hits the second one.
Yeah.
And action's back towards bottom. Man, this is boring bottom. Go somewhere else. Come on. Damage going on to the Varus.
Onto the Varus. Sona trying to get, gold stacks off using her Q and spell thieves. Lulu, Lulu and Sona both got, the spell thieves trying to harass. Top lane we're now seeing Rumble does have the CSC by a pretty good amount. Poncho
and doing a lot of damage.
People just expect Poncho to destroy everything.
Well, Poncho actually plays Rumble, so
yeah, he is very, very good on top lane in general, and yeah, I do believe he does play Rumble.
And a pause has come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evo, you missed it. That's what you get for being late.
Oh, Evil missed something?
Yeah, he missed playing in the game.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to play and he went short when I invited him. Yeah, so we do see that the
yes, it does.
No, it was like the ban was. I don't think it really hurts Ionia that much because they have such a huge roster and they didn't ban the one champion that they don't have a replacement for. If they banned Varus, it would have arguably been a big hit, but
I think
it's not.
Well, if they banned Varus, I think they could have done Ken and ADC and just fine. But I'm pretty sure Till plays Varus, so I don't know why they didn't ban him.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, it's not gonna matter in the next couple games because there's gonna be no bans.
Top lane Jax goes in, but not really getting his the bare end of that trade. He did start with the Flax because he knows he's not going to do well against Rumble in the early game. Here comes Lee Sin, gets the slow, flash burnt. Rumble gets away safely. Successful gank by Lee Sin for burning the flash, but nice job by Poncho to make sure he flashed early and did not let himself die, which would have been worse than the flash burn.
Meanwhile, bot is back to farming. Lulu is a little bit out of mana, so she can't really do too much harass, while Sona's conserving her mana and just healing up.
Yeah, I feel like Sona has an easier time when trying to get the spell thief procs up than Lulu, because Sona, she can wait for all 3 charges to be up, and then with 1 Q, get gold from all 3.
And in top lane, we got Fizz and Lee Sin going in for a gank on top of each other, and it's a 2v2. They end up killing the Rumble really quick. And
the flash and red burn.
That is not good for Bandle.
What happened was after that gank by Lee Sin that burnt the Rumble flash, Fizz came up and was hiding in that bush, waiting for Jax to extend a little bit and then go in on him. But Jax was playing far back because he was waiting for Lee Sin to gank, and then Lee Sin came in, Fizz came in at the same time, and was just, I think probably have to do a bit with the CC. Jax was able to get, his stun off onto both Rumble and Fizz.
He actually missed it on Fizz. Fizz was in Playful Trickster.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he did get the stun off, whereas there was no CC other than a slow on Bandle City.
Yeah, that's the issue with this roster is, if you can literally count, how much CC they have on one hand.
Yeah, they got. If you want to talk about hard CC, not counting slows and stuff, they got
2.
Yeah.
Well, 3 if you count the Lulu knockup from her ult.
Yeah. They got Polymorph, they got the Lulu knockup.
Very nice
They got
stun.
the Rage Cage.
Oh, Yasuo is gonna get away?
Yeah, and Yasuo, there's the ult. Yeah, and Yasuo burnt. Nice laugh from Veigar there. Just making sure to try to put them on tilt with putting a little BM at the end there.
Yeah, I'm with you, Heavy.
Yasuo.
He's saying I love watching that ult. You know, and it is funny as hell when it just makes an immediate left turn. You know, you're not escaping this.
Yeah, it's Yasuo flashed while the ult was in air, and once those things are targeting you, it's like an auto attack. You can't dodge them. So the flash was an unnecessary burn. Just makes the loss a little bigger. Top lane Rumble, despite having the early ganks going against him, he is up significantly in CS. And then Veigar flashes a little early, not the best.
Ooh.
Oh wow, he still will get away with it. I think it would have been the smartest move to wait for Lee Sin to follow up with the Q and then flash. That way he would be able to, get away without risk of Lee Sin killing him. He almost died. But luckily the tower aggro was enough to get Lee Sin to get the hell out of there without getting that last bit of health off of Veigar. So I already mentioned top lane, despite the early ganks, Rumble's leading in CS. Bottom lane going very, very well for Ionia. Big CS lead.
I think he could just cage
Yep.
Ooh! Yasuo
and mid lane also going well.
What? Sorry.
Also, mid lane's also going well for Ionia with Yasuo having a pretty significant CS lead. What I feel like Veigar ought to do is after he finishes his mana item, actually what I would have done, just because in this scenario I want to get past my mana issues as fast as possible so I can get to dealing with this Yasuo, I would just get a tier because it's the cheapest way to deal with mana early on. It's only like 720 gold. And then I would just rush Seeker's Arm Guard into Zhonya's, just so you have a way to deal with Yasuo's damage.
I mean, it's not like he's going to be getting any blues from Fizz.
Yeah.
Fizz has actually quite a bit of AP. So I'm going to guess and say it's an AP Fizz.
Because he doesn't have any AP items, so the only AP he's going to be getting is from his runes. And a couple from Masteries.
Oh, Veigar does have his ult. Can he kill that Yasuo?
Yeah. He's got to make sure that Yasuo burns his wind wall before he uses that ult.
Well, he just burned it.
That is... Yeah, he did just burn it,
he's
but
gonna get away.
He didn't look like he was going to be in the position to kill Yasuo.
Uh-oh.
And...
Oh, Lulu missed the slow.
When he did fight, eventually. That was a thing. But yeah, Yasuo, nice use of the dash there to just turn around and get where he needed to instead of running into the Rumble. Bot lane for Ionia continuing to pull even farther ahead.
Oh!
Here comes Lee Sin. Oh my god, that Yasuo barely survived. Lulu flashes, gets the kill with the Glitter Lance. Polymorphs Lee Sin. Yeah, nice rotation by Lulu.
Rotation, that was full on roam.
Yeah. By Lulu. It does hurt the bot lane a bit for Bandle City. Oh, can they get the... Oh, no, Rumble will back off. Jack survives with just a bit of help. That's the thing with that Rumble ult. It's hard without any major CC of his own. It's very hard to keep people on that ultimate. You usually either, in a team fight, you get a teammate with lockdown to keep him on that ult. But, he put the angle the best he could predict for this Jax. Jax did a nice job of putting the ward down and hopping to it, getting out of there. And then he flashed on top of it to get more distance. Rover flashed to chase. but he couldn't survive the tower damage, had to back off. Rear Lance lands at max range. There's still not much damage taken by this Varus, and the Doran's blade has enough life still for him to ignore for the most part.
You have not been bought once.
Yeah.
And they're pushing so far. Come on, Fizz.
I want to say that, you know, usually when you see the support roam, you know, the ADC, you know, has a harder time farming and will fall behind. But in this case, you know, Tristana's been having such a hard time farming that Lulu's presence really, like her lack of presence in lane there during that run did make a difference. Like, Tristana missed just as much farm as she was earlier when Lulu was in lane, so... I mean, I guess that's, you know, the backwards advantage of having your ADC having problems is the support can roam and it doesn't affect the lane.
Looks like Ionia will be getting the first dragon of the game. And Lee Sin going deep into the jungle. He's gonna get called out. Meanwhile, up in top lane, Rumble and Jax doing it out. They're just smacking each other. Oh, Rumble actually getting pretty low. Rumble ult going in. Jax jumping back into the Rumble ult. And they're just gonna walk away.
Both ults are burnt. Jax would have that, and then Rumble, you know, put that ult down basically as a barrier. Like, you know, Jax would be able to be in a head-on fight, but if he ran through the ultimate, Jax could not win. And it was basically a way to just end the fight. It was the only way Rumble was getting out, was he had to burn that ult. Nice job with the placement. Perhaps if Jax, I think he jumped onto Rumble while Rumble was sitting on the ult. Maybe if you wait for Rumble to get past the ult, you know, the burn damage, the line, he might have been able to keep the chase on.
I don't think so. He had to actually jump
Rumble
away, so it was really good positioning of the ult. Fizz getting kicked away by the Lee Sin. And they're just gonna back off. They're gonna go ahead and get this goal. Lee Sin hitting the Q.
Yep. Yasuo, let's see if he can go in on Veigar. What? Nope, he will not get the knockup. Veigar is pretty high health, but at the same time, Yasuo, he can get his ult on you. He can basically take you 100 to 0, especially a squishy champion like Veigar.
Man, this double teleport thing is pissing me off.
Oh, the double teleports, yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing it a lot lately, and half the time they don't even use a teleport.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of double teleports, like you said. And either they use it to farm, just like, you know, they just want to stay in lane and farm for as long as possible, or they just use it never. It's like they save it like they want to gank, but then they never actually gank with it.
Yeah, it's like a wise man.
Yeah, it's like so.
It's like a wise man once said, if you're not gonna fucking teleport, then don't bring it.
Yeah. It's like if you don't want to gank lanes, at least you use it to keep to keep farming. But if you're taking it just for farm, it's you're really not using it to its full potential.
Yeah.
So I mean, you just gotta know, like, okay, am I going to be ganking with this, or am I just taking it because I'm taking it?
And it's not like Bandle has a decent split pusher either. So it's, I don't know. It's, I would have just gone for more defensive, or not defensive.
Like the only way
offensive or defensive.
I was just thinking, like, the only way I can see Bandle City justifying a split push is to just let Veigar get a ton of stacks, kind of like, you know, a Nasus strategy. But he's not a great split pusher.
Looks like we're gonna have a gank up top. And he sees the Lee Sin. Jax going in, stunning the Rumble.
He puts down that ult, not enough though.
And they're walking back into it. Okay.
Yeah, it was Jax did a good job.
Oh!
They're like, oh, here comes Fizz, gets the...
Very nice!
Yeah, the burn damage, that's what caught Lee Sin there. And Lee Sin burnt Flash, but He already got all the Fizz already got all the damage he needed on him. He had the burn ticking, he had the ult on him, he already landed his Q.
Yeah, and he had the W.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we got Yasuo stuck in the cage. Teleport coming in. Here comes Jax. Oh, what is Fizz doing? He's gonna die by like this. Okay.
Yeah.
That ult was not. Okay.
Yeah. Fizz did get out of there in time. That was a late ult, and if she had done it earlier, maybe they could have done something off the knockup, but it was late, that didn't help. Now they're fighting.
He's gonna kill Lulu.
Fizz. Here comes Lisa and Lulu gone.
Oh, very nice stun. Oh, that Jax is probably dead.
Only Rumble still had his ult.
Oh, so close.
If Rumble had, if Rumble had not burnt his ult there in the failed attempt to get the revenge kill on Jax in top lane, he could have put the ult right on top of those people Veigar locked up and gotten a lot of damage out.
Man, it just really feels like right now Veigar's not really doing much damage. I don't know if that's because he's behind. Well, he's not really even that behind. I mean, he's got a kill and assist, and he's been stacking up. But it's just...
He's down 8 CS, but he's up a kill, and a kill is worth more than 8 CS.
Yeah.
So let me double check the gold real quick. Yeah, Veigar is like 20 gold ahead of Yasuo. That's basically dead even. 20 gold doesn't mean
I don't know,
anything.
it just feels like he's not doing damage.
Yeah. Let me check how well he's been stacking that crew of his.
He's got like 110. They immediately delete the bars. They get the Lee Sin, and they're gonna back off that. And they may try to get this tower. Jax is still up in top lane, no teleport. Oh, Fizz flashing in. He's gonna take a lot of tower damage. Oh, Yasuo getting a 3-man ult down. One.
Oh wow, this is going to be a major. Yeah, Yasuo just going crazy. Rumble having the flash out tower.
And Sona getting a double
will barely survive unless the minions kill him. Oh, why'd you go back in?
Why'd you go back in?
He kept running and lost minion aggro. He could have lost the minion aggro. So Bandle City just kind of overplayed that. They had the advantage, but instead of just sieging, and they tried to tower dive it. Likely because they saw Jax split pushing and wanted to win that fight very quickly so they could rotate top and stop the Jax. But they just overplayed it, and they didn't have the advantage they needed to win a tower dive.
Yeah. They should have just went for the tower, you know. Fizz didn't need to, you know, dive in like that. Heavy says that, where is it? I gotta scroll back up. Come on. Veigar is doing so little damage because he is following up his combo way too slowly and it gets windwalled. So that's why he's not really doing damage. Yeah,
that does make sense. You have to, with Veigar, oh wow, Fizz really overextended there. They need, both sides need more vision. Bandle City has their blue side and around Dragon decently ward, not great, but decently. But the rest of the map, complete on ward. Ionia only has a couple wards. And that example there is why you need wards, because anywhere you go and you don't have vision, at this point in the game, there's a possibility there's going to be like 2 or 3 people waiting to pick you off. Yeah, I will say, yeah, I think that's a pretty good observation by Heavy for the Veigar. With Veigar, you know, that stun, I think, at level 1, the level 1 stun is less time than it takes for his Dark Matter to channel and land and do damage. I think about level 2, it's about the same. Yeah. But basically, even at level 1 or level 2, it's not until you get max level they really have wiggle room. But at low levels, you basically have to instantly, as soon as you get that stun out, you have to instantly be dropping that Dark Matter in order to get that damage to land.
It says that the stun lasts 2.25. Or, not 2.25. Level 1 will probably last about 1.5, 1.75, somewhere around there. And his what? Dark Matter, it takes 1 point something, 2? Yeah, 1.2 seconds to fall. So it should still be enough time. Maybe he's just not doing it right. I don't know.
The reason why the stun is so much longer than the dark matter is he did max his stun second. He maxed his Q first.
Yeah, but even at
stun second.
Even at level 1, it should still be like 1.5.
So, like level 1 and 2 are just like barely around the same time as the dark matter. So like they may be like roughly the same time, but you know, like the reaction time for most people adds, you know, a lot more time to that dark matter channel because they have to aim it and stuff.
Bars missing his ult.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a little less CC there.
The reason why Veigar is doing so little damage is his main damage ability he did not max.
I mean, I can understand if he was trying to just worry about Q farming, but he's not even doing that, you know, really well.
If I do think most Veigars probably max Q, and for good reason. I think they should, but I think also most Veigars probably, unless I'm mistaken, will max W second so they can, you know, get as much damage as possible.
True that.
From the kit.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Really?
I think I've always maxed W last. Because I always found the stun to be a lot better.
No, Heavy. I'm not. I'm saying that's what I've seen people do. That's what I've seen people do, and so I'm just assuming that's what people do, Heavy. But
yeah,
I mean, because I don't play Veigar. I have not played him since the rework.
Where the hell's Cupcake?
I didn't play him a lot, so I'm. Yeah, let's ask Cupcake. I'm just saying what I see people do. Because I saw everyone doing that. That's what I thought you were supposed to. And I was just assuming, but both Heavy and Umi, who are high tiers, are saying not to. I'm going to believe them over the scrubs I play against.
What, and not max W?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's saying, like, I'm responding to PMs that Heavy's sending me. But
Triss, you need to actually do something. I mean, you're 0-0-0. You haven't participated in anything.
There's no impact in the game if she hasn't done anything like that, so...
They need to fight.
Yeah.
Jax has no teleport.
Bandle City... Yeah, Jax isn't there. They can start a fight off. They just have to... Basically what they're going to have to do to start these fights without a tank is have Fizz engage, put the Lulu ult on him to give the knockup and more survivability. Then follow up that knockup with Rumble ult and try to put the Veigar cage on them so they can't escape. And that's basically what they gotta do for team fights. Is Fizz engage, Lulu ult on when he's in the middle of the enemy team, and just throw their combo. Just throw out their combo.
Oh, Jack's gonna get away.
Charging up. Yeah. A little scary. I think if he wanted to, he might be able to kill Fizz. Would have died for it, but he wouldn't be able to kill Fizz. And yeah, he spent a lot of damage.
Oh, Jax.
Oh, nice Lulu ult saving Veigar's life. Tristana, caught in the middle of the enemy team. Nice rocket jump your way. It is a 1-0 so far. Bandle City in some trouble. They will be able to get this Varus, but they lose 2 people in the process. 2 for 3 so far. And amazingly, because Yasuo was not there, Bandle City technically is coming out ahead. Although Yasuo is taking towers while they're trying to chase people down.
No, I don't think Bandle came ahead in any of that.
Like, at the end of the fight, the people that were there, Rumble and Tristana, were stronger because they had much higher health bars while Jax was almost dead. But, so, like, in terms of the fight, Bandle City ended with more power, but at the same time, Yasuo was split pushing, getting towers.
Whoa. Tristana finally has something in her belt. 1 kill and 1 assist, which is nice. She can actually say that she's useful to an extent.
Yeah. Tristana does have the 1-0-1. Not many. No one on either side is, like, you know, clearly overly fed. Like, there's no one above 3 kills. Although Sona does have 6 assists with her kills, so arguably the most fed in terms of champion kills and assists.
Oh, looks like we have a disconnect. Sona left the game.
Just as I mentioned Sona having the most impact in terms of champion fights, she is DCing.
I will be right back. I'm gonna get a drink.
Alright, so looking at the items, top lane, we do see that Rumble completed Leandry's first, got his boots, so he has some nice magic penetration. But now he's working on that Zonia's. I do know that some people will rush Leandry's, some people will rush Zonia's, depending on what they need. Rumble, in this case, was probably looking at that Hex Drinker that Jack Scott wanted to get through the magic resistance. Zonia's is very good, you know, it gives him a pretty large amount of AP and, you know, the armor and, you know, active from it. Very good for defensively, that way he can get into the middle of the fights without instantly being blown up. He has some armor to resist damage, and he can pop the active if he gets really focused. Because he does need to get pretty close compared to most other squishies, his flamethrower doesn't have a ton of range. Looking at the Jax, I mentioned the Hex Drinker brought up on by just how much trouble he was having with Rumble in the laning phase. He had to get some way to deal with Rumble, so he got that Hex Drinker early. And Hex Drinker is one of those items that you'll see people sit on. It's moreless. Many people consider it to be overly expensive for what it gives you, and so they'll just sit on Hex Drinker until they feel like they absolutely have to get moreless, so they'll put their gold elsewhere. He got Trinity Force, very, very good item on Jax. And we're seeing that he can put a lot of like quick burst damage. He'll hop on someone, put a W, empowered auto attack. Maybe he'll also get, you know, his alt passive on that auto. And it'll do quite a bit of chunk damage with the Trinity Force proc on top of that. And he's chunking people pretty good when he's just hopping in and out. Then looking at the junglers, Lee Sin, you know, he got that War Enchantment. Looks like he's going for Black Cleaver, you know, just looking to, you know, ignore people's armor. You know, Lee Sin has pretty good damage, so, you know, being able to ignore armor is going to help amplify that. And Black Cleaver does give a decent amount of health. Not great, but does give him some health and make him a bit tankier, which Lee Sin needs to have tankiness.
I am back.
These guys are... Oh, what's up, man?
I don't know.
Yeah, so we're still in the pods.
You going over the items?
Just going over items.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
AD Fizz shouldn't have happened. If he's gonna jungle, then go AD.
I was about to... yeah, I just got to the Fizz there, so yeah, basically what I was gonna say, yeah, he did go AP. I don't agree with it, but Zonga's not a bad choice if he is going AP, just so he can... you know, he's going to be, if they play the way I think they should be, he's going to be the main form of engage, and that Zonya's is going to help him survive, being the person going in first.
Is that a gauntlet?
I do think that he should be getting a Lichbane and Ludens soon for Fizz, if he wants to keep up his damage.
I don't know, man. I just don't like AP Fizz in the jungle. That's just me.
I don't think... I think if you're going jungle Fizz, the AD Fizz is the better way to go, but if you're going mid lane, I think AP's better on Fizz. Top lane, I see Fizz could go either way between AD or AP.
Let's see.
Okay, so moving on. Mid lane, what do you think about the Aswell build?
Standard. Shiv, Hex Drinker just for the MR, and then going into a... probably, oh, it depends. I mean, he can go IE, or it looks like he may also go Bloodthirster. I don't know. It looks weird.
I do think Bloodthirster is a decent item on Yasuo, but not until after he gets his crit out of the way. I feel like Bloodthirster is something you consider getting after you finish your crits, which would meaning getting an Infinity Edge first for Yasuo. I think he should get that Infinity Edge first, but we'll see what he does do.
Varus' build is, you know, pretty spot on. He's going more of a auto attack build instead of a sniper build.
Yeah, I've seen both. The auto attack build is pretty good DPS, even for an ADC. It's got really good DPS. But a lot of people just like, you know, the range poke that he brings a lot of times, and will go for like the raw AD builds for the sniper stuff. In this case, I don't feel like build really has a poke comp, so I do think it's smart to go with the auto attack builds. Or Ionia.
There you go.
I saw Jax for some reason. I thought Bilge. Saw Jax, thought Bilge. But yeah, Ionia doesn't have a poke comp going on right now, so it makes sense to take the auto attack build over the poke one.
Lee Sin, the blind pirate. Hey, technically that could work.
Yeah, they make a skin. Yeah, you're like, yeah, he lost both his eyes, not just one. He's hardcore that way. Most pirates only use one eye, but he went hardcore on us.
You know, there's a theory that it's not that they lost their eye, but the reason why they covered up their eye was for better vision at night.
Night vision.
Oh, well,
right?
Hold on.
Yeah, here's the fight. Yasuo does get a nice early start to that fight for his team. Bandle City takes a lot of damage as they come in, so they're pretty weak as they start fighting. Rumble teleports in basically after the fight's over, but amazing, he's just able to quickly get focused onto the squishy Varus and take him out. Nice job, Rumble, being able to do that. I think what made it possible was Lee Sin and Jax were focusing on trying to get off the Rumble ultimate, and they went to the right of the Rumble ult to try to get off it, and Rumble just ran to the left straight at the Varus, who was all by himself at that point.
Yeah, even though he died, it was nice. But anyways, the what they think is that, you know, they cover up one eye and have one of the eyes be accustomed to the daylight.
Right.
And so when it comes nighttime,
one night.
Yeah, when it comes nighttime, or if they're, you know, within a cave or whatever, they actually cover up that eye and use the other one because the other eye is acclimated to the dark. So I actually find that really interesting.
I saw that on MythBusters.
That's probably where I saw it.
They tested it and it worked perfectly for the most part. They tested, like, you know, just like day vision going through a dark room. And, like, you know, people obviously couldn't see anything. And then they tested, like, you know, put the eye patch on them and had them walk around, you know, one eye closed, basically getting, you know, dilated through the dark. And they were able to navigate through the room.
Oh, get it! There you go.
Considering how dark it was.
So, with that theory in mind, if Lee Sin is blind in both eyes, do you think he has, like, night vision when he goes inside of a cave?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. He's just like, you guys handle the daytime stuff, I'll handle the dark caves, and I'll be better than all you guys with one eye, because I'll have two. That'll be the story if Lee Sin ever gets a pirate skin. He was just obsessed with night vision.
He can have a special ops skin now. He's got that night vision.
Oh, yeah.
Alright guys, you guys know it's a 4v5, so you guys need to start, or Bandle needs to start, you know, grouping and just fighting. Jax doesn't have teleport, so this is a good time to just kill these three and just start pushing.
Yeah, Jax teleport is down, Veigar is up, so theoretically, they could win the fight and then have Veigar teleport to the tower to defend it. Oh! They are doing a nice job of just keeping people away from while they're stuck in the rage cage.
Meanwhile, Triss is just
come out and kill them. Tristana trying to get this Varus very low. She will get him. Heal keeping Tristana barely alive. She's got to be careful with that backwards Q though. If Lee Sin throws a Q backwards, she will die.
Here comes Jax.
Here comes Sona. So that was
you actually did damage.
Bandle City should have been able to win that. Like, considering it's a 45, and Jax was up top lane. They should have been able to handle it. Nice job, Veigar. Making use of the pink ward. And because he killed him with the Q, he gets even more
yeah, he gets doubled.
Yeah. I think, like, yeah, if he kills anytime he kills or gets an assist on a champion, his Q gives him AP. But he also gets, you know, AP for a last hitting, so it doubles up when he gets the last hit on a champion with his Q.
Well, it's actually any source of damage.
Yeah, it's his. You know, obviously you get, you know, the AP from killing stuff with Q, and you get the AP from killing.
Oh yeah.
I think it's only. So I think it's only one with Q. Champion with Q. It doubles up, I think. I think it doubles up if you last hit with Q.
Yeah, it does, and then he gets an extra 5 for champions. Gotta say, man, Duck, it's 30 minutes and Froggen had 1k AP. You've only got like 200. What's up, man?
Oh. I mean, we don't expect you to be pro level, but you can't even get half the AP of that. Just.
He gets 7. The Q gives him 2 per kill, and then champion kills give him 5.
So 7 total if he last hits the champion with his Q. Nice, nice.
So he gets a total of 7 for a champion kill with Q.
Interesting. It looks like Tristana's going for a Blade of the Ruin King. Not any major tanks or anyone building much health. I'm not sure why that Blade of the Ruin King would be needed. Especially considering she already gets so much free attack speed from her Q. It's not,
Fizz!
It's not like she's in deficit.
It's warded. Come on, man.
Bandle City in a bit of an awkward position here. If they were kind of grouped up, but kind of not. Bandle City just moved S5 and focused on one of the Ionian people. They could easily gotten the kill and rolled with it. Oh! Tristana makes a mistake by jumping in. She goes down. Rumble burning ult as a way to try to discourage them from going after her, but she dies anyways. His ult is burnt. Ionia in a very strong position here to do anything they want. Nice trick start to avoid the stun.
Yasuo landing an ult on Rumble, killing him.
The Lulu ult missed most people. Jax is going to get the Fizz.
Yeah.
That's an ace for only 2 deaths. Well played, Ionia. It was like the start before that fight started. Like we saw, Ionia was kind of like spread out in like a half circle, while there were Bandle City half screwed up, half spread out in a sense. And if Bandle City had just before the fight had started all grouped up and then gone after 1 or 2 people from Ionia, they could have picked them off easy and just, you know, easily won the fight. But they didn't go after anyone. They just stood spread out. They didn't go anywhere. They didn't group up.
Oh, we got a
and then
teleport coming in from Rumble.
Yeah, here comes Rumble going after me. Nice.
Here comes another teleport.
Guard. He can't quite catch up. Oh, nice.
Veigar's just sitting there.
Veigar teleport burn. Tower does go down. Meanwhile, thanks to the minions, Ionia is still in a commanding gold lead. About what, almost 8k? I'm gonna say 7.5k.
Yeah, 7k. We got pings for Dragon coming up. Make sure that, you know, Varus actually doesn't steal it this time. Fizz, you have your smite. You better freaking smite it. There you go.
There it is. Now, looking at Tristana and Lulu has that, what's it called? Zeke's Harbinger. And that will give 20% crit chance to the Tristana. Consider she has 55 from her build. That's a 75 crit chance whenever the Harbinger active procs. So she's going to have a lot of DPS from that. And so she can... You know, if they can time those fights with the Zeke's Harbinger, Tristana will be absolutely
Lulu gonna die. Oh, Fizz missing his ult.
She got caught out there, but she did get away. I don't think anything major.
This is the best time to fight, man. Just Veigar, you need to like...
This is Bandle City. Oh, Bandle City doesn't have vision. You look. if they had vision in their jungle, they would have seen that it was 3 Ionians by themselves, and they could have just gone in and killed them all. But they don't have the vision they need to know that.
Here comes Yasuo from the side. Jack's heading towards bot. He does not have teleport. They need to fight.
What? Actually, Ionia, both Jax and Yasuo are, like, have been split pushing a lot of the time without teleport, and yet it's not hurting them that much.
Yeah.
It's like, even when they don't do well in the 4v5 fight, they still isn't a complete loss, and they're getting towers from the split push.
That's because Bandle's not handling the split push.
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta be able to react to the split pusher properly. Nice use of the wind wall there to just block an insane amount of Tristana damage. Goes in at her, can't quite kill her. Nice use of the zone, blocking the Sonya stun. There comes the Varus root though, and he will not be able to escape that.
Meanwhile,
he would have to hit his Trickster almost immediately if it was up. And yeah, meanwhile... Oh, okay, so I had backwards. Had he just corrected me. For the Ziggs Harbinger, is 50% crit, not 20.
Yeah.
I thought the AP was like 50.
No, AP's 20.
So that, she basically has 100% crit chance when that Harbinger is up. So, yeah, she is going to be godlike when Harbinger is up. And nice job by the Veigar there, saving Trist's life.
Can't dodge that, Jax.
You can't dodge that. No, you cannot. Unless you got the Yasuo wall.
Oh, nice stun. Whoa! Now Viker's doing damage.
Yeah, now Heimer's putting that damage out. Now he is.
Go in, go in. I mean, go in. You can fight that. Tris, go in.
Yeah.
Go. There you go.
Oh man.
Oh, Fizz, what are you doing?
They did already lose their inhibitor though. Lee Sin goes in, dives. Yeah, Fizz gets the kill. So
alright, guys, Baron.
Bandle City got some kills, gonna catch up in gold, but they lost 2 inhibs. That 2 inhibs is a pretty big loss.
Oh. Yeah, Viker's now doing damage, but it's just like way too late.
And when you lose 2 inhibs at the same time, it's the game gets a lot harder very quickly.
I mean,
and if you lose 3, the game's over.
I feel like if they would have just rushed to Baron, they can just do it so quick right now. Just go.
They're not rushing it though. They may.
Yeah, they're
I think
too busy
at this
getting
point,
camps.
Lost opportunity. If they'd done it, I think they could have been able to. One way that it could have gone bad was like Jax and Yasuo in them, and they ignored Jax and Yasuo and let them kill them. But
what is?
They had done probably could have
Tris,
rushed it.
what are you doing?
Jax and Yasuo showed themselves, they could kill them. Yeah, not sure what's going on there. So, yeah, what do you think? I really don't think this Blade of the Rune King on Tristana is that great, but what do you have to say about it?
I think it's fine. It gives her, decent attack speed to stack up with. Yeah, but they're not really like stacking health. So I mean, I rather have the Bloodthirster in this situation.
A good op for big game. Yeah. Like I can see, like if you have to deal with tanks, yeah, Tristana grabs it, no problem. But in this game, there's like the most health I think on anyone is Lee Sin from Black Cleaver and Banshees, and those aren't like huge health items. So yeah.
Oh, Triss is caught.
Oh, there's a nice Varus stun. They're just nicely done by Varus, just waiting patiently for just the perfect moment, knowing Tristana wasn't expecting it. Yeah, that Dark Matter, like we saw his Q alone did like almost half of Sonya's health. Or Sonya's health, and it was and his W does more damage than his Q. If his Q is doing half her health, obviously she's dead.
Bandle's just getting cleaned up.
Dark Matter lands. Yep. And yeah, Lou is just having problems there.
Here comes Viker waddling. Oh, he's dead. He shouldn't have just. Oh!
And Jack thinking the tower just for BM. He will die for it though. That's Bandle City's way of saying, yeah, you can BM, but you're gonna pay for it.
What have we learned?
Yeah,
wow, Triss, what are you doing?
Opportunity oh, barely surviving that. Oh, that's gotta be a little scary. Almost dying for no reason. Oh, saved by the bell. The game ends just in time for her to live. Yeah, I think as far as what Bandle City could have done was they just didn't capitalize on opportunities they had. One of the reasons was they didn't have vision to realize they had advantages some of the time. Other time it was just like improperly executing stuff. I mean, as for Ionia, you know, they just did a good job of one, like handling the split push. Like usually it's not smart to split push without teleport, but even when they did that, they didn't really suffer for it, and they just did, I think, a good job in terms of like the fights. They would kind of like start the fight. They wouldn't always necessarily get a pick, but they would be able to get someone very low right before the fight, and that would help them out big time.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, they knew it was a 4v5 because Ionia ran out of pause timer, so they should have grouped and just.
And they had a split pusher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was literally. I mean, if they would have just grouped mid and fought, it would have been a 3v5. Yeah. I mean, sure, you may have lost one tower, but it's like you'll get more in return.
Yeah.
I also have to say,
like, I remember.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I remember even when that fight was about to break out, it was like, Bandle City can group and fight. They should easily win a 3v5 if all 5 people group there. And Veigar had his teleport up, and I think he would have been, not able to face Jax head on, but under a tower, being able to hold Jax off. And so they could have won the fight. Everyone pushed. Veigar teleports top just to stop Jax. And they would have been able to really take a big advantage from that, but
man, I only saw him teleport once in that game, the Veigar, and that was right at the end of the game. And yeah. I don't know, so
it's
a lot of issues on Bandle's side.
Subpar for both sides because just like. I'm not saying Jax used his badly or didn't use it.
Actually, he used it quite often to get into the team fights and stuff. Yeah. So he was actually using it just fine, and so was Rumble. Rumble was actually either teleporting in first or following in right after the Jax, so he was fine. Veigar just wasn't really using it, so it's like, why bring it?
The only thing I meant for Jax for the teleport. What I meant about Jax for the teleport was he was split pushing when he didn't have it, and a fight was about to break out. And usually in that situation, you don't want to be split pushing, you want to be fighting with your team. In this case, it didn't hurt him, but in general, it's just like, if you don't have teleport...
Actually, it was kind of fine because...
you reconsider doing the split push.
It was actually kind of fine because if you think about it, Jax was... I mean, not Jax, Ionia, just as a whole, they were team fighting a lot better against Bandle, even if they had less numbers. So, even if he didn't have teleport, he still had time to just walk down there and still, win the fights for Ionia. So,
in this case, it worked out not having the teleport all the time.
Yeah.
Poncho, he definitely used it a lot on Rumble to try to go and do stuff. We did see the Yasuo, or not Yasuo, Varus. 11, 6, and 8 came out pretty damn huge. He did get focused a bit in fights, but that really didn't deter him from trying to do as much as possible in every fight. That helped Ionia a lot. And a little disappointing in Bandle City. I guess it's partially a result of their comp. No one stacked armor, which would have been a good way to try counter this Ionia full AD team other than Sona, and Sona's not going to be doing much damage. They could have tried getting some major armor items, but no one on that team wants to build defense. Every champion wants to build damage, and so that's going to factor into why they had so little armor.
Yep. When it comes to Bandle, I think for the next game, what they could do is remove the Fizz, add in a Mumu, and then Lulu's okay, She did, pretty decent in trying to peel off, some of the carries, but majority of the time she was actually the one getting caught out first. But you can go ahead and remove the Lulu and put in Braum, and I think that would work for a better, tankier comp.
Yeah. If I were like able to pick all the champions, I would want to do the full wombo combo, and I would want like Ziggs in the mid lane. I mean, Vigor's okay, but not quite on the level of Ziggs, I feel, in damage. And you can go with Rumble working in top lane for the combos. And yeah, just like I would, if it were me, I would just fully commit to like trying to make sure everybody fit into the combo perfectly, which would be like, like you said, get Mumu, get Braum. I would say swap in Ziggs for the mid lane.
I mean, Vigor's fine, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Vigor's not bad. I just feel like Ziggs is better, and for the team comp I'm picturing.
Well, we'll find out. We should probably get game 2 going.
Yeah. So well done, Ionia. Really good job. Consistent play all around for the most part.
Okay, well, I'm stopping the stream, so game 2 in just a few minutes. Oh, where's my mouse?